Hello there, welcome back to episode 2 of my gameplay series for the full release of the Iron Oath. We had in the last episode a bit of a first impression of a dungeon, and I did successfully get some people alive back to town, including my own mercenaries. So today we'll have to help the vanguard people of this city to beat off some enemies, and I did gear up my people, level them up a little bit, and I did skill up the stuff here. There was not much to choose between. What I did notice, though, is that people can have jobs. So I did have a look here on the jobs and figured that a couple of things are really useful to have. So I wanted to have definitely a miner, because these guys reduce the chances that something bad happens when you're mining. So, but we are obviously not able to learn these. Oh no. So we cannot learn anything. But I'm really looking forward to these. I checked them out and they looked quite powerful. And the company upgrades. I did think a while, and I figured that I'm going to be picking up horse training as a very first thing. Simply because time is one of those resources that I can't fill up again. When time is up, then time is up. So that was one thing that I felt like was a really useful thing. And the other thing that I had on my mind was bookkeeping. So I'm not quite sure about it yet. The other things here were also really interesting. Extra instance points during camping, or also better stuff that we can check out here. But I'm going to go for a gold cost reduction here at the first thing, because that's also just good for the company. All right, let's get into our next adventure, I'd say, and get involved in this combat. So, people are on the barricades, and we are just right in time. Let's go. So, my dudes are a tad bit wounded. I hope they won't be too hampered by that. I'm really new to all this, and, well, we'll see about that. So, let's see. The injury. 10% increased chance to be ambushed, harmless. Crit chance reduction, that's also not so horrible. Increased damage, that is bad. But that's practically the only injury that is worth mentioning and paying attention to. Since this is my Valkyrie supporter, I am not too worried about her well-being. We're going to put the Expendabros in front. I know it's not nice of me, but, you know, they can die. Maybe we get bonus if they don't die, but I don't know. So, here's the rest of the party. I was already wondering. So, we're not going to go all in, as I did the last couple of times. Let's wait until our enemy takes the initiative for us. Okay, so as it seems, we are unable to... The green squares are the ones where you are still allowed to act on. That was a heavy oversight of mine back in the first episode, Dad. I thought that the movement radius of my people was way smaller than I assumed. So, well, let's nuke it. No second thoughts. These monsters are annoying as hell. So, Champion's Order is now not only giving you certain buffs that it already did, it also increases the crit chance now. So can I lay down fire traps here? Yeah, but it's not helpful if I do. So, how can I unload the skill? I don't want the skill anymore. Where? I need to press E, I see. Alright, I'm going to move Yorick into this flank here, because right now it's not really a good moment for him to take any action. Zap. Reinforcements are incoming from down there, so We better take care of the baddies quickly. So let's see what happens if we kick that guy into this. Oh, he didn't take that well. Alright. Let's go into defense mode here. I want to poke that Anguished thing until it goes into explosion. Alright. Let's move the paladin over here. I mean, nobody has to die unnecessarily, no? And I think the rest of the party will just be staying down here. I mean, there's more baddies incoming, and I'm quite sure that 4 of my people are able to take down 2 of the enemies. So, a new round begins. My monk is fast. Is this still the buff? Champion's Order. You do notice that +1 movement quite heavily. I'm really surprised. So that's a bit of damage if these bump together. Nice. Alright, these guys can teleport. I had no clue. Tell you what, we're going to move the other soldier down here. So, let's give them the nukes. So we can't ignore the doggo, because the doggo is just going to die without us taking any further action. I like that. And nobody here is seriously injured. I can just keep going. I like it. So, let's move the Valkyrie lady over here. And Yurik can do his thing here too. The spectral guy. Bam! Nice. Almost took down that guy. The lower channeling time of this lightning skill really does pay off. I do like that. Okay, so we're just going to do that another time? Nah, doesn't seem too effective to me. So, but I want to take down on this. With games like these, it's always important to note one thing. An enemy without any HP left, or no, differently. An enemy with just 1 HP left does the same amount of damage as one with all his HP left, so... Oh, that was a bad move. That lightning conduit was a total waste. I took here way too strong skill for. Cannot be healed, shielded, or receive any buffs. Grievous wounds. Yikes! What a nasty thing. So we're going to heal that Vanguard soldier. He can use some HP. Alright. So, Valkyrie lady, we'll send her over here. We fried that thing. Why not? So, any other enemy reinforcements I should worry about? No. Seems like we have the situation quite decently under control. So, I can kick things once more into the terrain. Or do I? This guy looked as if he was capable of ignoring that. So my paladin lady is not in a good shape right now. She's very much in the risk of dying. I don't like that. Especially since she cannot heal herself. Do we have the ability to use anything? No, only things in the provisions slot. Okay. Then we need to blind that thing. And take it down ASAP. Maybe... Oh yeah, let's do this. I can pull this thing away from her. So she gets a free move away from her enemy. There we go. The grievous wounds are over now, so she can heal herself next turn. So can I teleport to that other monster? No, I can't. I don't mind. We're just going to punch that guy until he decides to explode himself. That's usually what they do. The Dread Knights here are pretty nasty enemies, I notice. They seem to be more powerful than the average monster. Yeah, bleed out points. Is she unable to act while she's bleeding out? Say. I somehow assumed that she'd be able to heal herself I mean, I don't have any other healers, so we need to end that fight as quick as possible. So we're going to use that teleporty skill one more time. Quite positive that we got enough damage to take down both of these enemies before she bleeds out. I really am considering another healer, yeah. Because it's always bad if you only have one healer and your healer's down. You see just the what happens, the typical situation when your party has not enough healers. It's just a very, very standard scenario, so to say. Can I do anything here? Is there a standard action to stop somebody from bleeding out? No? Oh yeah, there is. I can't just go there and pick them up. My bad. So when they do this, you either burst them down or you just accept the fact that they explode. Right now, I'll just let the guy explode, because I don't feel as if I should be taking the risk of being in that explosion there. Nah. No need. Okay. A shield and a bottle of ale. Hey, Captain. You must be happy, eh? We let all the soldiers survive, okay? That should give me bonus points. Don't think it does, but whatever. So, I did notice that things take damage, but things can also get repaired when you got the right materials. I love this. This is really a cool mechanic, which makes basic goods like metal and cloth and the like more valuable. So far, this game is really, really on a good spot. I am enjoying myself way more than I anticipated. I know that sounds a little bit harsh, but nowadays I have a tendency to be quite skeptical with new releases. This is so far a lot of fun. Okay. 300 coins. So, what do you need there? The Void Breach. Alright. Okay, so we get a MacGuffin that we need to carry to the Void Breach, and then the MacGuffin makes the Void Breach go away. Got it. So more of the monsters that we had before. I'll accept the contract. So, grain. A sack of grain. And the gratefulness of the people of Andalon. That should be worth something as well. Now, there's a huntress. That's a new job. So I'll definitely pick up her signing bonus thing, because that's a lot less. 30 in gold, that's almost 20%, and a little bit more than 20% even. It's a really, really good one. Although you need to put the 30 into account. Yeah, well, it's still good. I like to have my monthly drain as low as possible. And we're going to recruit another guardian. I've learned from the last situation that I should always have at least a backup healer if one of them gets banged down. I mean, maybe I'll unemploy this lady again at some point, but not yet. Not yet. So, let's rest up. Let's see what the next adventures will bring. So, let's see. We now got rookies on the squad and a cracked bow. That sounds horrible. Rapid fire. 2 arrows at a single enemy. Jumping over to a next enemy. That's nice. Target an adjacent enemy and tumble backwards away from their position, rooting the target for 2 rounds. Sweet. That's a good one. I like these. Crowd control and the stuff like that is always really, really powerful. Once per day, resist entering bleed out. Okay. Doesn't like to wait. I see. Well, let's look to the marketplace and see if we can buy yourself a weapon, but obviously only instruments are available. That's a pity. We obviously cannot repair anything of our gear either. At the marketplace, I mean. So let's see. I did notice two things. First off, these cloth wraps are worse than the leather kestus. And his cloth vest is wearing down. So we ain't got no cloth, though, to repair it. But, I see. We can use scrap. So scrap seems to be like a universal currency when you want to repair something. Interesting. I bet it's less efficient than the right material, too. So, here in town, we could be buying some wood and iron and a new fresh cloth vest that ain't destroyed yet. Okay. Demon's blood, wine, and a couple of scrolls. Requirements, weapon, apply to gear. Wait a sec. Are these... Yeah. They are meant to be put on weapons. Silly old me. So... Let's see, my Stormcaller. Can I put this... Yes, I can. But I don't want to enchant the low-tier crap here. One last thing that I wanted to check was... Alright, so they do get different skills. She doesn't have the same blinding skill, so... This lady can apply a shield on top of that. I do like this. So, can she equip a shield on top of that? Yes, she can. So can she? Yes. And you? No, because that's a two-handed weapon. Ah, yeah, and there's also glass materials and wood. Turns out to be a repair material, but I'm not gonna stuff my pockets now with stuff that I don't need. We're going to close that void breach, or so at least I hope. Let's save the game one time. And... Void breach. There we go. 12 days of travel. And since those numbers tend to be quite high in this game, I really feel like the horses, they really pay off. They really do pay off, I think. Alright, we're fighting demons, so I will pick up Yorick, and, well, I'm going to pick up the A-team here. My low-level guys, I'm going to pick them up another time. Modify gear and abilities, so, okay. Mainly because I'm not trusting the gear of those guys, and I'm not happy to pick new stuff on the fly right now. So we're going to pick up a health potion, or two even. Well, no. Tools. Bandages. I really want a bandage. I felt like that was a real big bummer there. And let's try out an idol. I really want to see what these things do. Overspending when you don't know what you're doing, it's just a natural thing. Okay, so our ending point lies here. So what are these? Objective, so we need to go there. What's that? Knowledge. We might want to get there. So let's start with that one. Tome line on the ground. Okay. Calum. Ah, yeah, I see. We found a job. Sweet. Now that paid off. So... Yucky yuckies. My body lost 20 morale. Yay! I don't see the necessity to breach that gate, my friends. Alright, let's jump into the fun. Revealing an nearby enemy for 12 units of time. Now, let's do this. A shrine. And now? Oh, I get a blessing. That sucks. And question marks? Reveal all loot events. Azumus, God of Greed. No. Sweet. I now can check out what is worth it. Would be wise to scout ahead. Yeah. You're right, I guess. Okay. So, we got our enemies from this angle, huh? Let's see. This is not much pressure. I think I can take the monk there alone. Take the full brunt of the impact here with my tankier fighters. Let's try it like that. Because this fine young gentleman, I wouldn't be too surprised if, yeah, let's do this. He wouldn't be able to just one-shot that thing. These thingies, they are really paper thin, but they are still, as you see here, able to deal quite a lot of damage to my healer. And they inflict decay. I see. Well. Not my healer, my mage, I'm sorry. So. I cannot channel anything. Which is further away than in front of my character, so. I'm not gonna. That's just not worth it. We're taking down that fella here. This is a relatively small party. And that snail dude, we can easily take him down last. Just need to take down the Temptress. These suck. They are really, really nasty. Let's give her a blinding strike. And a nice little nuke. There we go. So, I'll buff up my mage, and then I think he should be able to just destroy that young lady here without us taking any further action. Alluring darkness. Alright. That wasn't too dangerous. So for this guy, I'm just going to slap him with the standard attacks because I don't really see where I'd be gaining much by forcing this. So let's see. Well, if I'd be expending skills here, yes, possibly would be taking down that thing. But why on earth should I be using skill? Oh, I see, that's why. Because these two guys weren't fast enough, but I don't think I would have been able to tackle that either way. So two of my guys are really, really weak right now. Harrowing experience. So, accrue additional post-mission fatigue and reduce morale by 50. So my people are really depressed this time. Well, luckily we got some healing abilities, otherwise this would be now a lot more problematic. But there's no more healing going around until we take rest. So... and we found a key. So, dirt and debris. Well, we got tools, so let's use them. Foul stench. So, large chamber. Fly-ridden body parts. Yuck. Ah, the Vanguard party they were looking for. Well, Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any morale left anyways. We might just do the gruesome work here. Alright, so I'm gonna pull the campsite fire out here. Because there's enough up ahead of me. So let's go. Restore vitality. Injuries, we didn't have any. Recover 4 ability charges at random. Let's do this. That sounds good. Alright. So, people are healed up, and we're ready to go. Tracks. Another shrine. I don't care about that. So... oh yeah, another bad thing. Enemy preparations. Enemies will ambush you in every unscouted combat event. Alright. And so, I think we've just found the breach. Okay. Demons! Okay, what do we have? Spectral Reaper and Risen Ghoul. And every other round, new enemies will pour through the Void Breach until it's closed. Tell you what, our objective is clear. We maybe need to take out the enemy afterwards, but for starters, we want to get into the breach as fast as possible. Close to the breach. And we'll leave these guys back. So let's see. Ah, yeah, I get it now. So I'd say the first thing we do is closing that thing before it will spawn new enemies, because that's the last thing I want. Then we're going to start nuking this lady, because what do I care about morale loss? We already have none. So, yeah, it's seriously no, whatever. We're already suffering from the problem that sometimes we will skip a turn, which sucks, but you know, doesn't get me anywhere to get crazy about that. So we're nuking this side of the map real quick, so we can then take out the Spectral Knight with all that it requires. So it seems as if spectral enemies cannot be knocked back by the monk's punchy punches. I mean, that does make totally fine sense to me. Here we go. So, well, let's buff up Yorick as well, why not? We got those buffs, we should surely use them. Now, let's put a fire trap here, because why not? I love that fire trap spell by now. I'm not gonna nuke anything, because you nuke the tile, not the enemy, and it sucks if you accidentally nuke where the enemy won't be standing in a sec. So, we're going to teleport on this side and punch him. Slap. This guy's waiting. So he wants to take his action at the end of the turn. Good thing that I can blind him until then. And that's a critical. Nice. So, I'm gonna let my mage nuke this tile. Or... yeah. Oh. Actually not. I want to be able to focus my attacks on this dude. So he doesn't even take an opportunity to smack anybody. Because this is definitely the most strongest guy on the field. This little Risen Ghoul here. I know them by now, so I failed my morale check. I'm not ready! That's okay, my man. We've seen so many disgusting things this mission. I even get where he's coming from, you know. Totally do. There we go. We done it. So, coat of plates. Ooh, okay. It slows you down, but it is a really nice armor stat there. All right. So, breach destabilized. Nah, we're going. I mean, I have this thing completely cleared out, didn't I? So we have level 3s on our characters. And I'll be roaming back to Andalon next episode. So thanks everybody for hanging out. This game is a lot of fun so far. And yeah, we can now unlock a skill, just like I thought. I will be taking my time between this and the next episode to prepare all the level ups and get a idea what I want to have, and we'll see each other on the next one. So feel free to drop me your comments, leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and feel also free to check out the description box. There is a playlist link where you can just follow the entire series at. And of course, I want to thank all the supporters of the channel. Feel free to drop a look at Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. They are the topmost links in the description box. Would be nice. See you all next time. Bye-bye.